Hi, and welcome back to my channel. There's something that I wanted to share that have recently come into my attention. I have seen quite a few posts and messages really talking about how usually the divine feminine kind of longs and pushes for union with her divine masculine, or longs for it, or is motivated by it. And um, it is, of course, true because this is divine feminine's role on a twin flame journey. We are the aware twin. I say we because, of course, I am as well a divine feminine. But what I wanted to say, because what I have noticed was this kind of um, idea where I'm pretty sure it comes from a good place in our hearts, for the people that try to help others on this journey. But um, it's a little bit like a kind of a broken record, because what we as divine feminines continue hearing pretty much from the beginning of our journey is that we are to choose ourselves, that we are to choose love over any low vibrational emotion, so anger or bitterness or disappointment, or just pick any. And what I have noticed, um, I will say in the community, it's just that I don't engage with these people, but I have seen a lot of comments from probably divine feminines as well, but just people perhaps hoping or wishing that they are part of the journey. Maybe they are, but they're dealing with a karmic partner, someone extremely toxic, and the energy that I will say those divine feminines bring, and it's something that happened to us where we kind of let ourselves fall into the old patterns. It's this energy of really blaming our counterpart, and it's a social conditioning because, you know, during our lifetimes on earth, and like, let's say just this particular lifetime that you're listening to this on, if you will, um, the kind of the societal idea is that, oh, if something doesn't work between two people or even in a group, you kind of are taught that, or it's kind of like a belief that, oh, it's the other people. We have gone and moved away from that, and it's definitely more uh, there's more focus on looking inwards and taking accountability when it comes to our own person and our own personality and experiences. And um, a lot of us, I will say all of us, go through trauma. um, some people more, some people less. It's not a competition, I'm just saying. And it's kind of like very easy to blame others. And when it comes to the 12 flame journey, what I have seen was a lot of very aggressive energy, and it's pretty much just pointing fingers at the divine masculine. And here I wanted to come in and take a stand and kind of not take the divine masculine side, because there's no sides because there is no separation, but I wanted to show for everybody that really needs to hear it. And if you're listening to it, then you needed to hear that. You have to remember that the energy that you are getting out from your divine connection is the energy that you yourself bring into it. So, pretty much what you do and what you bring into this connection, into your connection, is precisely what you're getting out of it. And I'm not going to get into the mechanics of it, or that there is a delay when it comes to the 3D, that everything happens energetically and it happens really fast, or it can happen very fast, but that the 3D, the denser dimensions are slower to catch up to any kind of energetic shifts. I'm not talking about that, but it's just if you kind of find yourself feeling that, oh, you're in this, well, it is victim mentality really, but you really feel wronged and disappointed and hurt, yes, you have every right to. It is not wrong. But your twin flame, so your divine masculine, is doing these things to show you what you should learn to not accept in your life. That is the only reason why it's happening. And for us divine feminines, it's very crucial to really kind of forget the 3D, no matter how difficult that is at times, especially when there are things that come up for us to release and heal, where we kind of are being reminded of certain things all the time, I guess. And we divine feminines, we stalk our divine masculines as much as they stalk us. We cannot stop thinking about them just as they cannot stop thinking about us. But as difficult as it is to kind of forget how your 3D reality looks like, forget what your divine masculine is doing in the 3D, forget how picture perfect everything may look, it's bullshit. First of all, it's an illusion, and you as the divine feminine should really remember that, and just keep on reminding yourself that this is just an illusion. What you're seeing is just what you're seeing, your 3D reality is just trying to remind you of these painful things, but not to make you suffer or to make you hate your divine masculine, or give up on him or give up on this journey. It's really just to remind you that there is still something to heal. And again, I know myself, of course, because I'm on this journey too, how difficult it is to really look past that, especially where, or like in the moments where something is happening or you see something happening that is extremely painful and hurtful. It's easier said than done, but it is doable. It's just really to remind yourself that you, as the divine feminine, as the spiritual twin, all you need to care about is the 3D. No, all you need to care about is the 5D. Sorry. So you should forget about the 3D, despite how it looks like. It's your divine masculine's job to kind of take care of the 3D, if you will, because the masculine is the matrix twin, the grounded one, the one that operates from the lower chakras, which has to do with the 3D. So just think about it this way. If I were to try to show it kind of from a different perspective, if you are having a hard time, because uh, no spiritual awakening and ascension is easy by any means. Obviously, it's not, because it wouldn't be what it is. Um, but if you are in a period of time where you're really deep in the density and it's really heavy energy, maybe the resentment towards your divine masculine, maybe resentment towards God, and for people new here, I say God, but I mean source. It's just, it feels right for me to say that. Um, if you're angry or extremely disappointed or bitter or just really, really hurt, how you decide to deal with that, so the kind of energy you embody in those moments and every other moment really is the kind of energy that your divine counterpart also embodies. And so if you are pointing fingers at the other person and kind of saying like, oh, my divine counterpart is doing these things, how could they, and like how could they not see, you kind of have to remember that you are mirrored souls, you are mirrored beings. So if you are in the energy of kind of putting blame on the outside, I will say, so whether it is the divine masculine, maybe it's karmic situations, you know, no matter what it is, friends, family, co-workers, um, quote unquote romantic karmic connection, like no matter what you feel like blaming, you have to kind of think that when you do this, your divine counterpart will mirror it and do exactly the same thing. It's just gonna look differently. So if you're kind of sitting there thinking like, oh, I am not happy about my divine counterpart for not taking the accountability, and kind of being angry and putting blame, what you're doing is you yourself are not taking accountability for your own feelings, because yes, you have the reason to be hurt, but if you're not trying to get better despite not having closure or answers from your divine counterpart, or even if you had them, then you are also not shifting blame, but you're also avoiding taking accountability. If your divine counterpart is not taking accountability for their actions, for their words, their decisions, or what they have done to you, and I'm saying this also in kind of quotation marks, then you are doing the same thing. It's just it looks different to how your divine counterpart is acting. And so what I am trying to really say here is that I want you guys to think that if you are in the energy of pushing your divine counterpart away, because of anger, disappointment, hurt, whatever the reason, if you are still, despite your divine counterpart showing you really where you yourself need to take accountability and you're waiting on them, and it's really whether you are the divine feminine or divine masculine, you're just perpetuating this cycle of waiting for the outside validation or outside confirmation or outside answers, when you should never forget that everything you ever will need comes from within you. So yes, there are moments where you because you are meant to be in a certain period of time, I guess I could say, where you're meant to sit with something. And I can say I am currently in this situation where I don't have the total clarity on certain things, and I know that I am just not meant to move forward from that thing just yet. I'm just meant to sit in it. There's a point to it, even if I don't understand it. But it's important in those moments, if you are in this situation too, that yes, of course, you do want answers, and you do want your divine counterpart to take responsibility and accountability for their actions. And, really, all of us, no matter whether the divine masculine or the divine feminine, we kind of just really want answers, and a lot of times clear the air and the misunderstandings, because there's a lot of that on our journey. This is, of course, part of it, and this is what we are clearing. But you should do what you can to try to understand it from just by yourself. Ask your spirit guides, your angels, God, whatever you resonate with, ask for the help. Mm, and it will be given to you, but it comes from within. So you will receive guidance, whether it's going to be channeled messages, maybe it's tarot, maybe it's just messages in a form of video, like the one you're listening to right now. Maybe it's pictures, maybe some posts online, information online, whatever it is. Even movies and the books and the music that you consume, like for your relaxation, even there are answers, and they will be given to you. But you also, as the divine feminine, need to take accountability for the emotions that are within you, for the way you feel, whether you get the answers or not. I believe wholeheartedly that every single twin pair is meant to come back together. Um, Maybe it's not going to be in every single lifetime. That depends on what your journey is. But either way, it is everything that is happening to you is for you, but everything you need to overcome whatever comes your way, to heal, to move forward, to let go, to change certain things within you, as in unlearning the social conditioning and the like really negative toxic beliefs that we are made to believe since we're small children. You have all the answers within you. And so if, like, I will see people talking on the twin flame journey about their desire of having and achieving, of course, and having a harmonious union with their divine counterpart. And it's beautiful. If it's a desire in your heart, and it was meant for you, and you will be. But just think about, take a look at yourself and kind of see what kind of energy you bring into it. Are you investing into yourself, and through that into this connection by having the desire to do what you can on your own, with the help that you will need, yes, whether it is from the source, from your angels, from people around you, perhaps. A lot of times we twins are very much separated, very much alone, and put into places around people where that kind of help from another human will not be easily accessible. I mean, we live in an electronic age. It's very easy to get contact with somebody else, but you guys know what I mean. And if you are having a healthy idea about your union, where you wish to heal everything within yourself, what you can, so that when you get back together with your twin, that you don't project any of those wounds, the negative patterns, beliefs, and all of these things onto them. Then they will bring the same, they will be in the same energy. So I just wanted to share that, because I have seen quite a few unhealed divine feminines comments, and I mean, I have seen it a lot of time, but I just really felt that I wanted to share that and just kind of remind you that if you want a peaceful resolution, you have to work to achieve and attain peace within yourself. If you wish for getting answers and then completely moving on from your twin and never seeing them again, that's fine too, but do what you can on your own so that you can give them precisely what you're looking for, because then you will get what you want. So this was just something that I wanted to share. I really hope that it helped whoever needed to hear that. I know that God will send it to every single one of you guys that needs to hear it. So I hope that I could help you. And of course, I have not been pointing fingers at anybody, any divine feminines. I just want to help, because I myself have also been in that situation where, because of what I was used to before, what I knew before I knew better, it was very easy to point fingers at others and blame others, especially my divine masculine, because of this journey. The divine masculine has a lot to deal with, and a lot of it will affect us either way. And so I just wanted to remind you that if you wish for peace, whether that involves your divine masculine or not, work on yourself and make sure you can give that peace, because that peace will be given to you by your twin too, no matter what you later on decide to do. So thank you guys for listening. If you're still here, thank you so much, and I am sending you a lot of love and light, and I will talk to you another time. Bye.